and before we wrap things up, I just want to ask you about your experience with ayahuasca that you dropped in there. Like
Yeah,
where did you do that in South America, or where did you travel for that? And like
we
what
yeah we
happened?
did. So a good friend of mine from here, from Monaco, a guy called Elliot Lee, he's a
Mm,
top boy. His brother was a heroin addict. I'm sure he won't mind me saying, and he was on methadone. Anyway, the guy was about to die.
mm,
Yeah, he's finished. And his girlfriend met his girlfriend met a girlfriend of a shaman who was South America, Peruvian. And well, we think he's Peruvian, but he's from a forest, from the Amazon. So he kind of Peru, Brazil. He's somewhere around that border. He
yeah,
doesn't really say. I don't
just a
think he's
bloke.
considered himself Brazilian. Yeah, he's like, well, I'm from the Amazon. I'm not really from a country, but whatever. I live in the forest. Anyway, this girl met him, and they spoke to her and said, look, we can help your brother. So they went and helped him. They went to England, three of them, spent 10 days with him. They said it was the hardest thing they've ever do, because there's someone, how they see it is they're taking the evil out of him. So
Mm,
for them, they did it with him. And then after that, we're like, wow, that's amazing. He wanted to do it. And I was like, man, I'm curious, because I think spirituality is amazing. I've always been kind of spiritual, but kind of a bit, I don't know, what does that mean and how do I find it?
yeah,
So I said, yeah, I'm keen to have a go. And at the time I wanted to stop drinking, and other stuff that goes associated with that. Once you've had a few drinks, you might be taking
yeah.
some other stuff. And I wanted to get away from all that and be clean and enjoy my life. And I don't want to sound like some bullshit higher purpose, but I don't know. I
No,
wanted
I'm
to
with you
vibrate
there.
on a different level.
Yeah.
And so they came over, and they came over. We went to Italy with them. It was the girlfriend who became a shaman, her husband, who was a younger guy, and the grandfather. He'd never left the jungle before. First time he
Wow.
came. So he was in Italy. We hired a place in Italy. There was like 10 of us for 4 days. Now, he was in awe. He was like, the hell, a supermarket? What, you can go and take food off a shelf and switch on electricity.
Wow.
This is amazing. I don't have to start a fire. I don't have to hunt my own food. It was pretty
Wow.
cool. Maybe I'll send you a photo later of them. They're
Yeah,
pretty cool
please
people.
do.
So I did that with them. And yeah, that's we had 3 days with them, and it was a pretty amazing experience. It was, I think I did it 2 or 3 years ago. I'm about ready to do it again, I think,
Yeah.
next year. Let my heart calm down. I want to do it again, because it's not fun. It's pretty
No.
intense. Everyone thinks it's fun. It's not fun. It's
Yeah.
pretty nasty. I was
Yeah.
like, please end.
So
But you learn a lot about yourself, and
you did it
it's pretty amazing the
once.
stuff you see.
You did it once each night. You did it 3 nights, like 3 nights in a
Yeah,
row. And
yeah.
and then what's not nice about it?
Well, because everyone thinks it's a drug, and you're like, it's like taking ecstasy or something. No,
Mm,
it's not at all. It's just and they give you different strengths, and they play music around you, and that drags out certain things. So the first night was pretty nasty. You're basically facing all your demons, things you don't like in life, and it's kind of hard to explain. You need to
mm,
experience it for yourself. But each night was different, and the last night was the best. And you're feeling great and joy and stuff like that. So you confront your demons in there, and you see a lot of things. And for me, I was going down into different kind of universes, and different things were coming
wow.
around me, and stuff you wouldn't want to see. And yeah, so it was yeah, for me it was a pretty cool experience. And I came out of there. I wouldn't, it was life changing in a way, but it's kind of stuff I already knew that I wanted to do with my life. Like be less focused on money. But, you've got enough for everything. Okay, I'm not saying I don't stop working, but try and give back a little bit more. Trying to be a bit more loving and considerate
Mm,
to everybody around you. So for me, yeah, it was an amazing experience, and I loved every second of it. I think I'll say the closest I ever came to it. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but when I was 15, I did ecstasy for the first time, and that changed me as a person as well. I don't know, it's a
mm.
weird thing to say, but
No,
after that,
no.
I was much more loving to everyone around me, and all the
Yeah.
geeks at school. Not saying maybe I was a geek as well, but I was nice to everybody, and
Yeah.
it changed me as a person. And yeah, I've been looking for another way to do it. And ayahuasca was amazing, and
Mm,
it's not even just the medicine. It's the shamans you're with, man. They come from somewhere with nothing, and they've got a different view on life to us in the West. And
mm,
I think Western world is amazing, like we talk about. I think surgery is amazing. They don't have things like that.
mm.
But maybe we've lost a bit of our touch. We've lost a bit of our roots with where we've really come from. And I think a balance of East and West is an amazing thing. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I gained from my ayahuasca experience. And the last night of ayahuasca, I had an out of body experience. Like I said, see myself having a heart attack,
Yeah.
and that's why I wanted to get my heart checked. And that's when I found out a week later that my heart, yeah, you're born with a dodgy valve,
Yeah.
so you're going to have that operated on at some point.
Mate,
Yeah,
that's
that was it. But they
incredible.
were cool people.